Throughout history, some of the most remarkable warriors have faded into obscurity. From a Scottish engineer in Constantinople to a mysterious Venetian fighter, these forgotten heroes shaped their times in ways we're only now discovering. Let's talk about John Grant, a Scottish engineer who became an unexpected hero during the fall of Constantinople in 1453. When Sultan Mehmed II's massive army surrounded the city, Grant proved to be more than just a skilled builder. He was the defender Constantinople desperately needed. Using his engineering knowledge, he spotted and destroyed Ottoman mining tunnels that could have brought down the city's walls. Grant's clever countermining techniques saved countless lives and kept the city standing far longer than anyone expected. He even created special tools to detect underground digging, giving defenders precious time to prepare. While Constantinople eventually fell, Grant's brilliant defense tactics earned him respect from both sides of the conflict. Even Sultan Mehmed II was impressed by the Scottish engineer's creative solutions. In the shadowy canals of 15th century Venice, a mysterious figure known as Niccolo Alunno became legendary for his skill with a sword and for never showing his face. Wearing an ornate Venetian mask at all times, Alunno won countless duels defending Venice's honor, but no one knew who he really was. He served as the city's champion for over 2 decades, fighting pirates in the lagoon and representing Venice in diplomatic battles. Some said he was a noble in hiding, others claimed he was a common soldier who rose to fame. His most famous victory came during the festival of St. Mark, where he defeated 3 of Milan's best swordsmen in a single afternoon. Yet when he died in 1482, they found his quarters empty. No personal items, no letters, no clues to his identity. The only thing left was his mask, carefully placed on a wooden stand. In the misty hills of 12th century Bavaria, Ida of Formbach-Rattenberg broke all the rules of what a medieval princess should be. While other nobles focused on arranged marriages and fancy parties, Ida trained in swordplay and military tactics. When raiders threatened her family's lands in 1121, she didn't wait for male relatives to help. She organized the defense herself. Leading a small force of loyal soldiers, Ida used clever ambush tactics in the forest to drive off enemies who had much larger armies. She became known as the Shadow Queen for her ability to strike quickly and vanish into the woods. The most amazing part? She managed all this while officially serving as a proper noble lady, keeping her military adventures secret from most of the royal court. Her story only came to light centuries later when historians found her personal letters hidden in an old monastery. Let's explore the incredible story of Rodrigo de Villandrando, a Spanish warrior who became known as the Robin Hood of Castile in the 1400s. Born to a poor family, Rodrigo built a legendary reputation by protecting common people from corrupt nobles. He led a band of loyal followers who would strike quickly to defend villages from raiders and greedy tax collectors. What made Rodrigo special wasn't just his fighting skills. He was a master of outsmarting his enemies. He'd study the land carefully, using hills and forests to set up perfect ambushes. His most famous battle happened in 1435, when he and just 60 followers defeated a force of 300 raiders near Toledo. Rodrigo shared his victories with the people, making sure captured supplies went to those who needed them most. In the grand halls of Constantinople, a group of Viking warriors known as the Varangian Guard served as elite bodyguards to the Byzantine emperor. Leading them was Harald Hardrada, a towering Norse warrior who would later become King of Norway. These warriors were famous for their distinctive fighting style, combining Viking strength with Byzantine military training. They carried huge axes and wore gleaming armor that mixed Norse and Roman designs. The most fascinating part of their story is how an entire unit of these warriors disappeared during a secret mission in 1038. They were sent to protect a valuable shipment of gold across the Black Sea, but neither the ships nor the warriors were ever seen again. Some say they were caught in a massive storm, while others believe they found a new home in a distant land. The mystery of their fate has puzzled historians for centuries. When the Mongols swept across Eastern Europe in 1240, a mysterious defender emerged in Kiev, Vladimir, nicknamed the Wanderer. While most knights fought head-on, Vladimir used clever hit-and-run tactics that gave the massive Mongol army serious trouble. He knew Kiev's streets and underground tunnels like the back of his hand, leading small groups of fighters to attack Mongol supply lines at night. Vladimir's most amazing feat was saving hundreds of people by guiding them through secret passages beneath the city. He marked safe routes with special symbols that only locals could understand. Even after Kiev fell, Vladimir kept fighting from the forests, rescuing captured civilians and protecting refugees. The Mongols called him the Ghost because he seemed to appear and disappear like magic. In 12th century Wales, Gwenllian Ferch Gruffydd shattered expectations of how a princess should behave. While other noble women managed households, she led armies into battle against Norman invaders. Born into the royal family of Deheubarth, she learned warfare alongside her brothers and became a skilled military commander. Gwenllian married a prince of Gwynedd, but instead of settling into a quiet royal life, she took charge of defending Welsh lands. She was famous for leading lightning-fast raids against Norman castles, using the mountainous terrain to her advantage. Her most daring attack came in 1136, when she led an army to protect her people's lands from Norman raiders. Though she died in that battle, her courage inspired a Welsh rebellion that lasted for generations. In the forests of 15th century Brandenburg, Johann von Wartenberg earned his nickname the Black Knight, not just for his dark armor, but for his amazing ability to appear when people needed help most. He became famous for protecting merchants and travelers on dangerous roads, often showing up just in time to save them from bandits. Johann was known for his unusual fighting style. He used lighter armor than most knights and moved quickly, almost like a dancer. His most famous moment came during the winter of 1468, when he faced off against a group of notorious raiders near the town of Frankfurt an der Oder. Witnesses say he fought with incredible skill, but after that battle, Johann simply vanished. Some say he died defending a merchant caravan, while others believe he retired quietly to a monastery. To this day, no one knows for sure what happened to the Black Knight of Brandenburg. In the dusty battlefields of 12th century Syria, Baldwin of Marash stood out as a different kind of crusader. While other knights dreamed of gold and glory, Baldwin focused on protecting local communities, regardless of their faith. He learned Arabic, respected local customs, and earned trust from both Christians and Muslims in the region. Baldwin became famous in 1156 when he defended a small village near Marash from bandits, fighting alongside Muslim and Christian farmers. He turned down offers to join larger armies, choosing instead to guard the peaceful trade routes between different communities. His greatest test came when he refused orders to attack a Muslim town that had offered his people shelter during a harsh winter. Baldwin disappeared from historical records after this decision, but local stories say he spent his final years teaching both Christian and Muslim children how to read. In the sun-soaked waters of the Mediterranean, Andreas Furtado made a name for himself as Rhodes' most skilled defender in the early 1500s. As a young sailor, he learned to read the winds and waves like few others could. This knowledge helped him protect merchant ships from pirates who plagued the busy trade routes. Furtado's greatest achievement was developing a system of small, fast boats that could outmaneuver larger pirate ships. He trained local fishermen to work together, using signal fires and flags to warn of approaching dangers. His most famous battle happened in 1522, when he led a group of just 5 fishing boats to rescue a merchant ship from 12 pirate vessels. People started calling him the Phantom because he seemed to appear out of nowhere whenever ships needed help. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history's hidden heroes. Their stories remind us that great deeds often go unnoticed. If you enjoyed learning about these forgotten warriors, hit like, subscribe, and share to help others discover these amazing tales.